Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is as the title implies. This movie was off the wall crazy. When it comes to the MCU, I usually just shut my brain off and go for the ride. After all, that's what these films are made for. Pure entertainment. Sometimes these movies take it to the next step, like Guardians of the Galaxy, where the creativity is just on another level. It's in its own spectrum. Multiverse of Madness was able to do this. Sam Raimi has come back with a vengeance, showing everyone how to direct a superhero movie once again. His imagination was what made this film. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was, in fact, madness. There were a lot of things to enjoy about this movie. We can start with the man behind this film, Sam Raimi. This is the same brainiac who directed the original Spider-Man trilogy. I really liked how this movie wasn't shot like a standard MCU movie, like Ant-Man and the Wasp or Black Widow. The way the camera can pan and present characters' emotions brings this movie to life and gives off that Raimi flair. One of the things I loved about the original Spider-Man movies was how he was able to direct action. The train sequence is still one of my favorite fight scenes of all time. Raimi doesn't disappoint in the fight scenes here. Most of the fights were directed in such an ingenious way that makes this movie a blast. They were creative. The creativeness of this movie is on an extreme level. There was a scene where two Stranges battled using musical notes. You have Strange dreamwalking as a zombie and uses spirits to make his own cape. Leave it to Sam Raimi to pull this off. The fight choreography and the scenes were fantastic. One of my favorite scenes was when Wanda fell for Strange's trap and ended up in the mirror dimension. You see her figure out what's going on and how she can use it to her advantage. It doesn't stop there with Wanda though. She kills off the Illuminati in the most brutal, yet most effective ways possible. She uses Black Bolt's power to her advantage, makes Reed into spaghetti, cuts Captain Carter with her own shield, and has Captain Marvel die by a statue, showing how their arrogance was their downfall. It's brilliant. The soundtrack delivers in such a great way too. Danny Elfman is back and did a marvelous job. The soundtrack adds to its movie's awe and creepiness while still being heroic. There wasn't anything super special about the plot. This was more of a character-driven story than really anything. I thought the Illuminati being introduced would have made this film worse, and that Strange would have had to share or split screen time with them. Then the madman Raimi just sent them on their way to the grave. Thanks, Wanda. Another thing I liked was how characters were able to solve problems with unique solutions. When Strange and Christine were sent to another world, they had to come up with a way to get back. He ended up dreamwalking, which was already shown to be a thing through Wanda. It didn't really feel like an ass pull. There were some cheesy moments that Raimi is known for, and overall the plot was decent. It didn't go above and beyond. It wasn't Oscar-level incredible storytelling, but it did what it needed to do. Doctor Strange was amazing in this. Right off the bat, we see what he wants, which is Christine, and the movie shows how he must come to terms with not being able to have her. It's such a great arc for him. Despite being one of the most powerful people in the universe, even he can't fix his love life. Damn. The simple question that was asked throughout the movie was, are you happy? Strange kept saying he was, but we knew that wasn't true. Seeing Christine get married hurts him, and him traveling the multiverse and finding out that they never get together hurts even more. And his arc is the same as Wanda's. Is Wanda happy? With Raimi's direction, he can showcase what the characters want and why they can never obtain it. Wanda will try to force it, almost becoming like Thanos, the one she hates the most.
A grateful universe.
Born out of blood.
They'll never know it.
This isn't what your children would want. They'll never know.
Wanda overall was a great villain, probably going to end up in the top tier list of MCU villains. Despite how Wanda was, she just wants to be happy. And to achieve this, it would involve destroying who she once was, killing off so many people and becoming a true villain, all in the effort of trying to be happy. What she needed was to learn to accept that no matter where her kids are in the multiverse, they will be loved. Strange had to learn that it was time to move forward and no longer look back at what once was. After encountering evil Strange, he sees what the obsession with Christine can do to him. He sees what the obsession over love does to Wanda. Strange doesn't want to end up like them and makes the choice to move on, no matter how difficult it is. And going back to the question, are you happy? For Wanda and Strange, that answer is still no by the end of the movie. Wanda isn't happy letting her kids go. Strange isn't happy letting go of Christine, but they learn to find a sense of peace in that. Strange is now grateful for being alive. All in all, I really like this film. It was one of the best additions to the MCU and is now going to be up there as one of my favorites. It's not the best superhero movie ever, but it's overall a solid film that tells a great human story, despite the chaos and absurdness that occurs. I give this movie a solid B to B+. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions on other video ideas. I'm MoeFoeGenius. I'm signing off.